This is in Caddo Gap, Arkansas, and here is the monument. There's several historical markers that surround this monument, but this is about De Soto, 1541 AD. Here De Soto reached his most westward point in the United States. Here was the capital of the warlike Tula tribe of Indians who fiercely fought De Soto and his men. Relics found in this vicinity suggest the romance of past centuries about which history will ever be meager and incomplete. Arkansas State History Commission. The Caddo people. This region was once the home of the Caddo Indians, whose settlements and towns were scattered over what is now southwestern Arkansas, northeastern Texas, and northwestern Louisiana. The Caddo River, which flows near this point, and Caddo Gap itself were named for this intelligent and gifted Native American people. Let me see what it says on the back. So there's another marker there, that De Soto at Caddo Gap. In this area in 1541, a Spanish expedition from Florida commanded by Hernando de Soto encountered fierce resistance from the Indians, whom they described as the best fighting men they had met. De Soto then turned to the southeast and descended the Caddo and Washita rivers into what is now Louisiana, where he died. The Narrows on Caddo River, about a mile south of this point, is the natural gap or narrows of the Caddo River, famed in history and legend. A pioneer road through the gap connected Fort Smith with Old Washington and other points, with a toll bridge spanning the rivers. The original gap has been widened for a railroad and highway. And then the town of Caddo Gap, settled before 1850. The first village was located near the natural gap or narrows of the Caddo River. The coming of the Gurdon and Fort Smith Railroad in 1907 led to the construction of the present town on what was formerly the Jim Vault Plantation. For several years, Caddo Gap was a popular health resort. So here you have this right in the middle of Caddo Gap. It's not very big. There's the post office. So you have the Narrows. And there's the information about the bronze statue. About Hernando de Soto. So there it is. So this is where 1541, where Hernando de Soto from Florida came through and encountered one of the fiercest fighting Indians on his expedition. So this is Caddo Gap. I believe that's Highway 27 over there, and just north, just before the town of Norman, is a Indian burial ground for the Caddo people. And then just south of here is where Murfreesboro, Arkansas is. And that's the site of another burial ground and some burial mounds, temple mounds, and Indian mounds. And also in Murfreesboro, of course, is where the Crater of Diamonds State Park is located. And also just south of Murfreesboro is where the Washington State Park is, which was once the capital for the Confederacy and southwestern Arkansas, and that is also where the Trail of Tears would have came through for the Choctaw. Very interesting and rich history in this area of the native people.